Hello students, we have been learning unit second from plant physiology paper second. That unit is plant water relations. From this unit today we have to get idea about the cell types. In this topic it is necessary to known to us about what is actually the cell or what is the definition of a cell. Cell is nothing but the structural and functional unit of a living organism. So you might be known that the each and every living organism is composed of either unicellular, or we have to say that made up of a many cells, that is multicellular. But the basic unit, that is the cell of each and every living organism. This concept you have to keep in mind. We know that when an organism is made up of a single cell, then we have to say to that organism as a unicellular. Whenever organism is made up of a or composed of a, or there are many, we have to say that the cells in the organism, then that organism we have to call as a multicellular. So cell is the basic membrane bound unit that contains the fundamental molecules of a life and that of living things are composed. So friends, once again I am going to give you idea about what is cell. Cell is nothing but the structural and functional unit of living organism. Now another definition is there, that is tissue. We know that tissue is a group of cells that have a similar structure, similar function, and similar its origin. So that is most important. Don't forget what is cell and what is tissue. Tissue is the group of cells, but which type of group of cell? Similar, having structure, having similar function, and similar its origin. So these two definitions you have to keep in mind, you have to remember always. Now friends, plant tissue means, in case of the plant, there are the three tissue systems are there: dermal tissue system, vascular second one tissue system, and third one, that is the ground tissue system. Once again I'm going to give you idea about the tissue systems. There are three tissue systems. First one dermal tissue system, second one vascular tissue system, and third one is a ground tissue system. Now dermal tissue system, in the sense we know that we are calling to doctor who deals with the skin is a dermatologist or a dermatist. So dermal, that is nothing but related with the skin itself. So dermal tissue system always forms the outer covering of plant, and function of the dermal tissue system is the protection. Now second tissue system, that is a vascular tissue system, we know that there are the vessels throughout the plant, isn't it? There are the vessels throughout the plant, and that transports the material. So that type of a tissue system, vascular tissue system. Now ground tissue system, the ground cells or ground tissue forms the body of the plant, and ground tissue system helps in the photosynthesis, storage, and support. Friends, now we have to get idea about the most important tissue system, that is ground tissue system. So major types of the plant cells in this ground tissue are the parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. The tissues that are not dermal or not vascular are known as a ground tissue. In the sense, once again I'm going to tell you friends, tissues that are neither dermal nor vascular are ground tissue. Ground tissue which are internal to the vascular tissue is the pith. Ground tissue external to the vascular tissue is the cortex. So you have to keep in mind, whenever ground tissue internal to the vascular tissue, that is pith, and ground tissues external to the vascular tissue is the cortex. So pith and cortex is made up of a ground tissues that are nothing but the parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Now ground tissue includes cells specialized for storage, photosynthesis and supports. So friends, the cells present in the ground tissue are performing the special functions, that is nothing but the storage of a food material whatever synthesized by the green plants or leaves or during the photosynthesis process, and it provides supports to the plant. Now cell type, that is a parenchyma. Cell type, that is the parenchyma. Now here we can see in this diagram is a group of a cells. So many parenchymatous cells are there. We have to get idea about only this single parenchyma. Now what are the characteristics of this parenchyma? Here we can see the parenchyma cell is a least specialized cell type. Again we can see here the only thin primary cell wall is present. Here we can see thin primary cell wall is present. Also it possesses, here at the center I have sketched the dot, red dot, possesses large central vacuole. So size of vacuole we can see here also. Sorry, larger cell of vacuole is there. White color we can see in all parenchymatous cells. That is a large central vacuole. Generally, parenchymatous cells alive at functional maturity. That is the most important characteristics. So students, we have seen right now there are the three most important characteristics of a parenchyma. That is, these parenchyma type of cell are least specialized. First one. Second one, only thin primary cell wall is present around it. Third, it possesses a large central vacuole and generally alive at functional maturity. So these are the most important characteristic of a cell type, that is parenchymatous or parenchyma cell. Now what is the function performed by parenchyma in plant body? Here first function, that is it make up most of the ground tissue of the plant. So most of the ground tissue region of the plant are made up of a parenchyma cells. Another function, that is a storage. Whatever food synthesized, that is stored into storage organs, and storage organs of the plant are made up of again parenchymatous cells. Photosynthesis is very interesting. I have to say that the function is of these parenchyma cells, that is a photosynthesis. Also, parenchyma can help repair and replace the damaged organs by proliferation and specialization into other cells. So this is very interesting function which is carried out by the parenchymatous cells. That is nothing but the repair and replace damaged organs. Friends, most of times there are injury caused to the plant by animals or any way how to say that the wind like environmental factor. Whenever such a type of injuries are there, the damaged part, damaged organ of the plant are repaired and replaced because of parenchymatous cells. Now friends, so these are the characteristics of a. Here we can right now we'll get the idea about the types of a again parenchyma. There are many types of the parenchyma cell are there. First one is we can see collenchyma. So this is the collenchyma. Friends, we have to understand about the characteristic of a collenchyma. Here the collenchyma or chlorenchyma type of a parenchymatous cells are present in a leaves, and it contains large number of chloroplasts and performs the function that is of a photosynthesis. So these are the chlorenchyma type of a parenchyma. Now another one, that is a arenchyma. Arenchyma is nothing but the parenchymatous cells which encloses large intercellular spaces. Means here we can see this intercellular space which I have marked here is of a air. So here this parenchymatous type of a cell which encloses large intercellular spaces. That's why these type of a parenchymatous cells are known as a arenchyma. And this arenchyma type of parenchymatous cells helps in buoyancy. Means aquatic plants are floating on the water because of presence of arenchymatous type of a parenchymatous cell into that one. Now friends, we have to get idea about third type of parenchymatous cell, that is a prosenchyma. These cells are elongated. Here we can see the cells are elongated with tapering ends. At the end they are tapering, becoming a little bit narrow. So prosenchyma is again another type of a parenchyma cells, and these prosenchyma are cells elongated one and with tapering ends. Now here we can see this is a mesophyll type of a parenchyma. In the sense, this mesophyll type of a parenchyma shows presence of again two here. First one, that is a palisade one, and another one is a spongy one. In the sense, palisade type of a cell shows presence of hair. We'll be able to see green colored chloroplast. So this palisade tissue performs the function that is of a photosynthesis. And another that is we can see that is a spongy hair, spongy type of a mesophyll parenchyma. These spongy type of a cells stores food material whatever synthesized in palisade tissue, means in this group of tissue. Friends, after that one we have to see that is a xylem parenchyma. This one is a xylem parenchyma. This type of a parenchyma is a xylem parenchyma. Here, this xylem parenchyma is also known as a vascular parenchyma because these parenchyma are associated with vascular tissue, that is with xylem. Xylem is a vascular tissue, and these parenchymatous cells are associated with xylem. That's why that are known as a xylem parenchyma. Friends, here we can see again another type of a parenchyma, that is epidermal parenchyma. In the sense, the epidermal cells are formed by the epidermal parenchyma. In the sense, these cells sometimes shows the spiny projections. The function of this epidermal parenchyma is the defensive or protection. Such a type of a epidermal parenchyma we can see in case of the gymnosperm, leaves of gymnosperm, or the cells of producing spiny projections. So this is all about very interesting type of a plant, that is parenchyma. We have seen, friends, the characteristics, functions of parenchyma type of a cell and types of the parenchyma. These things you have to remember very well. Now, second type of a cell, that is a collenchyma. Here we can see the collenchyma, that is some characteristics of the collenchyma we have to see. It possesses thicker primary cell walls than that of parenchyma. No secondary cell wall present in case of this collenchyma, and now generally alive at maturity. So this is the structure of a, we have to say that collenchyma is there. So this is a group of collenchyma, isn't it? This is a group of collenchyma is there, and main function of this collenchyma type of cell is it provides a support without restraining growth. You have to keep in mind, it provides a support without restraining the growth. So this is all about the collenchyma tissue. We have seen this collenchyma plays important role in giving support to the plant whenever the plants are in young conditions. That is most important. Again, in case of collenchyma, there is absence of hardening agent in their primary walls. So, friends, as we have seen, collenchyma also playing important role in case of supporting and strengthening the each and every tissue present in the plant itself. Now, again, most important, third type of a cell, that is a sclerenchyma. Students, today we have learned about definition of cell, tissue, and in types of a cells. In types of cells, we have seen two most important. First, that is a parenchyma. Another one is a collenchyma. Now, third type, this is the sclerenchyma type of a tissue. What are the characteristics of sclerenchyma? Here we can see, first, friends, we have to get idea about what is the exact function of sclerenchyma, because sclerenchyma provides a mechanical support, and because of they are having a hardening agent in their cell wall. Another characteristic is that sclerenchyma are much more rigid. So these are the characteristics and function. Already I have given you idea about the main function of the sclerenchyma type of cell is that it gives support and strength. It gives support, strength to the tissue. Now we will get idea about characteristic of a sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma secondary cell wall strengthened by lignin. So we have to keep in mind here the cell wall of a sclerenchyma cell shows presence of a lignin deposition. Friends, where from that lignin comes? Actually, the lignin is produced by the degradation of a proteins. So that is most important thing you have to keep in mind. And because of presence of a lignin into secondary cell wall of a sclerenchyma, the sclerenchyma becomes a very hard and much more rigid, and because of that one it provides a support in the plants. So very interesting, the role is played by sclerenchyma cells in the life of a plant is there. Now again, often are dead at functional maturity. So whenever they have been doing their function, they are in a dead conditions. Friends, as already we have got about the idea about the type of cells, in that one in case of the sclerenchyma cells are spherical cells which flatten at a point of a contact. Keep in mind, they are flattened at a point of contact. Alive at maturity, pliable primary cell wall. In the sense, friends, once again I'm going to give you idea the most important function performed by the sclerenchyma cell, that is the it provides a strength and support to the tissue. But where from that strength comes into the sclerenchyma cells? Because of their secondary cell wall, which is a hard one because of deposition of a lignin into that one. Means here the sclerenchyma cell possesses two cell, we have to say that cell walls, isn't it? Primary cell wall of this sclerenchyma cells is a pliable, in the sense flexible. So very interesting. Third, we have also learned the sclerenchyma, which is a type of a cells. So friends, once again, before completion of this lecture, I am going to give you idea. Today we have got idea about the cell types. In that, first we have seen definition of cell, definition of tissue, and then most important three simple type of a cells, that is parenchyma, collenchyma, and third one, that is a sclerenchyma. Now here we can see in case of a sclerenchyma there are again two types, that is a fibers and sclerites. Fibers are long, slender. Here we can see fibers are long, slender, and tapered, and usually occurs in a group itself. Those from hemp fibers are used for making a rope. Very interesting things are there. Fibers are nothing but the sclerenchyma, and these fibers, this sclerenchyma gives to us the raw material or fiber for making the rope, and those from the flax for weaving into the linen. So these things you have to keep in mind. In case of sclerites, they are shorter. Here we have seen the fibers are longer, slender, but sclerites shorter than the fibers and irregular in shape. In this diagram also we will be able to see the same things are there. And this sclerites imparts, gives the hardness to the nutshell and seed coat. So you'll have to keep in mind, friends. Actually, sclerites are present in the seed coat and gritty textures of the fruit pear fruit. So this is related with the two most important structure of sclerenchyma, that is fibers and sclerites. So with this, thank you very much friends. Once again, I am going to repeat to you. You have to sketch the diagram, you have to label the diagram again and again so as to understand the structure and types of the cells, because once you could get idea about the structure of the cells, types of the cells, it would be very easy to understand the structure of whole organism, plant, and then we will come to know, we have to learn how the physiological processes are carried out by the plant, that in next lectures we are going to learn about that one. Students, in the next lecture we will get idea about the most important again type of the tissue, that is type of cell or type of complex tissue, that is xylem and phloem. With this, thank you very